Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? It's your girl Ebony, also known as High Frequency Seeker, and you already know that this channel wants to help you build knowledge and skills to manifest abundant health, wealth, and happiness into your life. So thank you so much for joining me for today's reading of the Gemini New Moon coming on June 14th. So, how you like I said, how you guys feeling? How did the Sagittarius full moon treat you? Was it heavy? Was it light for you? Um, the cards that came out last time felt pretty heavy, especially coming off of that Scorpio new moon too. Was it a Scorpio new moon right before that? I believe so. Was Scorpio energy right before that? Sorry, this just popped out. But I'm just shuffling because I'm not trying to keep y'all long. These are the decks that spoke out to me um, to use for the Gemini new moon. So we're just gonna slide them. Y'all know we like to start with a chakra card. So that's what I'm gonna start with. Spirit, angels, guides. What messages do you have? Hmm. Spirit, angels, guides. What messages do you? Oh, not even messages. What chakra are we working on? This new moon in Gemini. Sorry, Spirit is trying to kind of get me to explain Gemini energy. The main thing with Gemini is communication, but um, I don't know. Didn't pull them out. My astrology. I don't know where they are. So I pull out boxes. That's why I was like, Spirit, I hear you, but I have to go find those cards. And I kind of don't like just see them right here. One more box. We gonna get to it. Let's check one more. Nope, they're not in here either. Probably gonna be done. I don't know where it is. The first one. And they might be in. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I feel like they might be in a right here in front of me. In front. Oh, they actually were right in front of mine. The sphere just wants to for y'all to get a glance if you don't know of Gemini energy real quick. There's the card in here. Because over here we like to dive deep and also learn about each sign. You know, every sign has good energy and energy, light and dark. So, Gemini, the butterfly, curious, communicative, versatile, flexible, variety seeking, collaborative, brilliant, perspective, connected, vocal, adaptive, street smart, mobile, studious, superficial, restless, and fidgety. So all signs, have their good. Well, I don't want to say good or bad. I want to say light and dark energy. Every sign has that. We just left out of Sagittarius. That's what made me wanna. I seen that. It's like let me show them Gemini energy. The butterfly, the social butterfly. So spirit angels, guides, what chakra are we working on this Gemini new moon? I mean, like I said, Gemini energy, and I say communication, but I feel like we're not just gonna be working on communication. Like I I feel like it's I want to say deeper than that, but higher than that, more elevated than that. It's something else besides just communication that we'll be working on or seeing play out these next couple weeks. So we're gonna see spirit angels, guides. Something want to pop out, but they ain't popped out. Let's get this last shuffle. Spirit angels, guides. What chakra are we working on this new moon? Third eye. Third eye. Mindfulness is what we're going to be working on. I choose to respond to all situations from an enlightenment position rather than just reacting. And y'all also see what's right here too. The third eye chakra. Let's see what it is. What interesting. But I'll put that there. Drink some water. That's double confirmation for you. Water, water up. I am aware of my thoughts and I ask myself, are they pointing, uplifting, and are they true? I do this because I know my thoughts significantly affect my mental, emotionally, and physical health, and because I know that my body believes everything I believe. All right. Mindfulness, third eye chakra is what we're gonna be working on this Gemini new moon. Now these cards have been calling out to me too, so I'm trying to see where to go next. Or do I go with the food deck next? Y'all make sure y'all come check me out on Instagram at high underscore frequency underscore seeker. Um, post there, messages there too. We kind of play this energy out during the week that we get from these readings. So pick a cards. I also do pick a cards on there. So yeah, come check your girl out. Yeah, I want to get some cards from here. They've actually really been calling my name for a read, and they say I need to be used. So, okay, but I thought, okay, I was having a conversation earlier about how people just say whatever, and it's like you remember back in the day, we used to, well, my generation growing up, we were taught if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. But I feel like we that has gone astray. Like, whew, okay, they don't use that rule no more at all, at all. But leadership and flow. We got leadership and flow. Let me get one more. Security. Okay. Yeah, Spirit is saying it's safe to lead. It's like going, it's not, I was gonna say going with the flow, but like you're in a flow, right? Of getting to this leadership position. Maybe you're already in this, but it's like stay in the flow because you're secure exactly where you are. Okay. How does that help us in this Gemini new moon? Yeah. Uh, yeah, we got opportunity. I was just about to say that, yeah, like this Gemini new moons I mean, what they call new moons because there is an opportunity for leadership and it's safe to move. Spirit is saying it's safe to flow in that direction with this opportunity card popping out. Leaders of what? I feel like that's another reason this third eye came out of mindfulness because you're flowing into this leadership position if you're not already there. So being mindful of the choices that we make because they affect others as well. Hmm, yeah, I mean, y'all can let me know in the comments, but I feel like Gemini, being the social butterflies that they are kind of good at the, being flexible, but being, like I said, being mindful of what comes out of our mouths and how it can affect yourself and respect others. Like, I choose to respond to all situations from an enlightened position rather than reacting. And that is a sign of a leader. Okay. Now we can get some food. Let's lay some healing on it. Let's see what we get. I'm trying to keep y'all long. This is really is like a guide to, our week and what's going on. Like my readings unfold. So this energy for the new moon in Gemini will keep unfolding. That's why I tell y'all to follow me on Instagram because we keep talking about how things unfold. Okay. They need energy. Vitality is nothing but energy. Let me move this up some. I feel like I can't see. Yeah. They got this in the Gemini, I mean, the Sagittarius full moon. So this is very potent energy, especially when it coming out with leadership. No more procrastination. If you're not already there, Spirit is pushing my tribe at least to leadership, like to flow into leadership, giving us the energy because vitality is just energy and you're secure with the longevity. Love that. Love that spirit. And then we also had opportunity with this. Love that coming out in the new moon as well. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all some blackberries, some celery, and some cinnamon. Yeah. So also ground, stick your feet in the ground, especially for this security. If you need this, if you feel like you need to feel more secure, if you need more longevity, if you need to work on longevity, the grounding root chakra would be very helpful. Temple massages for the third eye. Rub your third eye. Matter of fact, let me get an oil for the third eye. Get you some essential oils and rub that one there. I only get an oil. Trying to think of some cinnamon recipes for the summer. I don't know what we're gonna do with the cinnamon for the summer. Y'all let me know if y'all have any ideas what to do with this cinnamon. Um, I don't know how to pronounce this though. A brightened spirit and attracts prosperity. Yes. Rub that on our third eye. Okay. If you want a self care, I don't want to call it self care, but like magic or I don't know, I gotta call it something. I gotta find a cool word for that. Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, rub that on your third eye for this new moon in Gemini. Put it in the bath. You can do so much with that. With that energy, can really help our third eye. This full moon spirit says, yes, things are really about to get flowing. These opportunities are really about to get flowing for us because with this vitality and celery here, this you want to get moving. If you feel like things are going slow for you, get you some celery, okay? Get that vitality. It's gonna get you moving. Seriously. It probably will direct you straight to the perfect opportunity. And we all need this. No more procrastination, tribe, okay? Get you some blackberries so you can stop procrastinating on your leadership. And I'm telling myself that too. Me too. Let's get a before we get into tarot. Let's get an affirmation. I feel like, matter of fact, I feel like affirmations are really going to be helpful with this mindfulness. Like, Spirit keeps pointing me to that. Do your thoughts need a reboot? Focus on the good in your life. Yeah, your mind. I mean, our crown is really our mind, but our third eye is definitely connected to it, to our thoughts. In this instance, because the third eye can also be about imagination, manifesting. But in this instance that we're talking here with the Gemini new moon, it's more connected to our mind, all right? And directly at our thoughts. Yeah. So this new moon for us could really be giving our thoughts a reboot so we can focus on the good. Because that Scorpio full new moon and that Sagittarius full moon was pretty heavy, but it was taking us where we needed to be. If y'all remember the tower, y'all could have had a tower moment. Tower came out in the Sagittarius reading, so our last reading. So you had a tower moment, like I said, it could be very heavy, and you could be rebuilding. And if you need tools to do that, here you go. Here are some tools to use. I love that. Do your thoughts need a reboot? And this is a good, I might even name it. Do your thoughts need something about thoughts needing a reboot? Because this does seem energy feels very in the mind, almost really close to the crown chakra. Really close to the crown chakra. Starting to get some tarot out here. Got the King of Fire. Giving Lita energy. The Hermit. Feel like though it's time to float up out of it though. Wow. A lot of a lot of masculine energy here. A lot of masculine energy. Got two kings. And I feel like it's because the leadership is here, um, security. It's like when you look at the energy that's here, it's moving, grounded energy. And then we have the hermit here, but I feel like the hermit is what we're moving up out of. So we've done introspection, we've done discovery. Yeah, and it's time to flow. Oh, sorry, the hermit is also connecting me to the mind. Remember what you learned through this time as well. Remember what you learned. Remember the lessons that you've learned through Scorpios, that Scorpio moon and the Sagittarius moon. Remember the lessons that you have learned. Hmm, sorry, the all this masculine energy was like, okay, Spirit, where do we go from here? Like, interesting. Got two kings out on the table. I'm trying to figure where to go, you guys, because this was interesting. Hmm, hmm, hmm. I've been liking this little bit right here too, so I'm gonna use these to clarify the king, just for more information. Spirit, angels, guides. Any more information you need to know? What else is going on? This Gemini New Moon. A lot of action towards your goals. I mean, a lot of women, it's mainly women who watch, tarot. So you could feel like you're in your masculine energy in this Gemini new moon. But we all have two sides. We all have a masculine and a feminine energy. So it's just time to dig into our masculine. It'll look different for everybody. But all right, last shuffle here. Sorry. We got gentleness. And we got the world. Okay, gentleness with the king of fire. What's really sticking out is this: when the gentleness came out, what stuck out with that was charismatic, charm. And then we got the world over here with the king of earth, which is interesting. Hmm. What are you saying, spirit? What do we need to know? Delay. Hmm. The delay is it's kind of going to be over though. Things are going to get moving. We won't be able to be in a delay for too much longer. Jane, you see? No, it's time to get moving. It's definitely time to get moving. But yeah, I just feel like these kings came out because, like I said, a lot of women watch tarot, but spirit is asking us to dig into our divine masculine energy within ourselves, but in a gentle way, you know. Um, I know I feel like the divine feminine energy is rising with this world card here. That's really what this world card is reminding me of. It's like the divine feminine energy rising. Um, and that's with the help of our own divine masculine. That's why spirit is saying you're secure, and it's really talking to the women of pushing them into or flowing them, not even pushing, flowing them into a journey of leadership. It's time to move energy for the world, ladies. No more delay. Woo, that sounds scary, right? Matter of fact, y'all, the Christian Muslim community, I'll be watching their debates and stuff like that. And the conversation right now is like the Muslim women ask the Christian women, like, y'all really aren't following what you're supposed to be doing because you're not supposed to be preaching and teaching, right? That's what your book says. And sometimes the Christian women are like, no, we can be leaders, we can. And then some of them are like, I don't want to be a leader, and that's a perspective. You can be a leader without being a leader of a church, or you could be a leader of a group of something you believe in. You know, women are leaders too. We have been for ages and years. Uh, Things switched up, and it became a male dominated world. But I really do feel like the divine feminine is rising. Like, even in the Muslim community and the Christian community, the ones who debating and winning and people are really listening to are women. All the debates I watch on Dr. Dabs, they're all women from every group. So it's time for y'all to rise, ladies, women, whoever's out there, even if you're the gentleman listening, help the women. It's not about a takeover thing. Everybody has their role or can do different things as well. Like, well, I must say that whole gender wars is annoying because we're all important and we're both needed. You're both necessary in this world. But however, women have been pushed down and oppressed, and they're ready for more. And Spirit is helping those ladies that want to do that, who's a part of that purpose. So again, sorry, this really stuck out. Do your thoughts need a reboot for the good? And even might be Spirit could be also pointing you to your purpose with this journey and opportunity here as well. You could definitely well be finding your purpose this new Gemini moon. Mm, sorry, street smart stuck out. Street smart stuck out. You're gonna need that street smarts on that journey in the world. Remember what you learned, okay? Spirit wants to point that out. Remember what you learned out through these times, especially these past two new moons. I mean, 2 moons. Remember what you learned. Have anything else, spirits? Let me get one more affirmation card. And then I'm gonna let y'all go for real, for real. And like I said, come follow me on Instagram to watch this unfold more. I break it down throughout the week. Give yourself some credit for doing a good job at living this. Hold on. For doing a good job at this whole living thing. Give yourself some credit. All right. Focus that mind on the good in your life. I know it's easier said than done, but that's what it is. That is always the magic. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this reading for the Gemini New Moon. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and come back for more, okay? And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.